Okay, who do we have next here? So if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you to all my lovely subscribers, my intelligent intellectuals. General Collective, you've been doing really good, working hard, busting your butts off. Possessions may be important to you right at this time, and that could be of what you hold or item or something like that. Remember not to let it control you, and there may be people pulling on your energy, wanting your fucking attention. That's what I'm picking up right now. Somebody that wants to be seen through your eyes. So they want you to notice them. They want you to pay attention to them. They want all of your love, affection, everything you have from your cup. Where'd it go? Taurus. Hey. So I do the 13 zodiacs if you're new here. And I do one per month per zodiac for each of you. And that would mean that Ophiuchus, which is around the end of the month, that is the one that they're missing to make it the 13. So instead of a 12-month zodiac, it's actually a 13-month zodiac. Keep that in mind. If you're not sure what that is, do your research. And like I said, there could be somebody pulling on your energy, Taurus, wanting everything you have and more. Sometimes people give reciprocity. They give back, not because they're expected to or that you expect them to. It's just they give back. They're appreciative. And other people, they're takers. So they just keep take until there's like pretty much nothing left, until you have to fill your own. Okay, working with people, 6 of Cups, wanting to create things with other people, wanting to create things with other people in a creative way. There could be a wedding coming up, and maybe this is news to you, or maybe this is your wedding that you're planning for. There's certain steps that you needed to take to get to this very point, and who it is that you're dealing with, and it has required you. Maybe you're even one of those people that caught the bouquet, or you don't like catching the bouquet, something to do with the bouquet of flowers. With the 6 of Cups, these cups are full of beautiful things, but the thing is that they're also full of flowers. Right? And flowers that are plucked eventually wither. So you have a couple options to choose from here. You can settle for what you've been given from other people or just what you've done for yourself. Or you could try to create something that's a little bit more sustainable, or something that's going to last a little bit longer. I'm not saying going out and buy fake flowers. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you want to fill it with more than just plucked flowers. Maybe other people feel that you've taken from them, possibly, or other people may see what you have for yourself not sufficient enough, even though it is self-sustaining. Who knows? There could be soil in those cups. There could be water in the cups. There could be micronutrients in there that are feeding these flowers, and maybe they've actually grown a flower. I just recently bought one of those, maybe you're a blogger. I bought one of those hyacinth to put in the bathroom, a purple one specifically, and it just gives you a glass, and you're supposed to fill the glass, and it's almost hourglass shaped, and then you're placing the bulb at the top, and you just expose a tiny little bit of the roots just to get the taste. So maybe you've given people a taste of certain emotions, or maybe something has been shown to you that is enacted with your emotions, and you just got a little bit of it. Or maybe you're just being given a little bit of something so that you can grow. That's what I'm getting here. Enough to kind of convince you, because what the roots do is once they sense the water, they kind of move towards it. So you may want to move into a more emotional state in a controlled sense, and you want to dive a little bit deeper or go through certain things that you maybe never experienced, not just with yourself but other people, which is really good. Can be good for you. You could be relocating too. Sometimes with plants, you have to uproot them and put them in something new so they don't get root rot if you overwater, such as myself for certain plants. King of Clubs energy. If this is you, you're very forward, not just in your thinking, but in the way you interact with other people. You could be very promiscuous or sexual, or you're just very creative. You have a control of yourself and maybe your own surroundings. There are certain people that could question your authority or question the way you do certain things. They may be a little unsure about the way you handle things. But what I'm noticing here is even in the picture in the back, this window, it almost looks like there's a fountain coming from each side of the window going into a pot. That's what it's looking like. It's kind of like coming out the sides and going into each one. So like I said, you could be sufficient. Other people may not see it that way. But you know the work that you put into it. You know your own inner happiness and your sunlight and everything that makes you you. This could be a person you're dealing with as well. If this is somebody that uses their charm, their elegance, their finesse to kind of sit on the throne and keep it, sit in their place. They could have been a little bit forceful before, but maybe they're starting to see the way you're looking at things. What else can we get here for Taurus? Chrysalis. I think that's how I'm saying it. Yeah, chrysalis. The form of certain insects before they arrive at their winged state. So whatever you have stepped up to, whatever certain motions you've taken towards, or anything like that, whatever plans that you've created of what you've planted or what you've worked hard towards, it's in like a chrysalis stage, or you yourself are in a chrysalis stage, okay, Taurus? So you haven't fully bloomed or blossomed yet, or maybe you haven't fully come into your full sense of purpose. That could be with other people or just your own sense of self. And when we get into a chrysalis stage, that's usually kind of like a hermit mode. We learn a lot about ourselves, a lot about what we have, like our potential, our gifts, and also what we can create. We start envisioning certain things for ourselves. And it's really beautiful transformation. It's a very helpful transformation to ourselves for our future. And it also allows us to shed the old ways of being our old self. Okay, you could be very defensive of your process. Maybe, like I said, other people may not understand what you have going, but you could be like defensive of that. So it's almost like, why would you be going about it this way? Like, I just don't see the benefits of it. And you're like, listen, I know what it is that I'm doing, the steps that I'm taking, and it's helping me. And it's also developing my sense of self, or please allow me to express myself the way I need to. If you don't understand that, that's fine. Maybe you don't understand it right now. Maybe you'll never understand it. But for me, it's working. It's helping me. And maybe I express to you how this could help you too, and you just don't see it. And that's fine. You have your own way of doing things, and you'll figure out your own. Okay, Taurus? So you could be having like a conversation with somebody, and you've been trying to explain to them this till you're like blue in the fucking face. If they don't understand it, Taurus, let it go. It's not worth it. Let it go. Sheath. To put into a sheath to protect by a casing. So you have already claimed your case. Maybe you stated your case. Maybe you stated what it is that you stand for. And that's it. Okay? You have given all the information you need to. You don't need to prove yourself to anybody. You've stated your facts, the way things are for you, how you perceive them to be, and how it's working for you. And that's the most that's expected out of you from the divine universe. Your message right now for Tauruses out there, this message is for you. Take it as it resonates. If it doesn't, this isn't for you. This is for a select few. So you've already done what you needed to. You've said what you needed to for that, and you can move forward on your own progress, your own transformation, and your own ability to create the new reality for yourself, even if other people don't fully understand that right now. Okay? There's a bit of an exchange. There could be an exchange with this King of Clubs or somebody that you're dealing with the Six of Cups. What else can we get here? They want to work with you. Page of Coins. Receiving certain paperwork or signing off on something. We do have the supermoon coming up. If you need to get anything done, set in stone, or maybe you need to give your autograph on something or sign something, do it before the full moon. There are some people doing some fuck shit out there, and they may try to prevent you from getting certain things written off or certain things completed. This could be paperwork, or maybe just you have an assignment due and you have a bunch of distractions, or you are working with other people on completing something and they're not doing their part. Just focus on yours. Get it completed before the supermoon. Okay, Taurus? Make sure it's done with good intention, whatever it is you're that you're doing. If you're working on a project, you got to get it finished, get it done. If there's certain information that you need to send to another person, like finish completing emails or completing a documentary. Interesting. This could be for your own life, or maybe that's something you do. Project manager, whatever this is, have the self-discipline to complete it, get it done. What else we got here? Empress in the upright. Use your discernment, know the timing. Right time, right place. Finish and complete the tasks at hand. Know that you planted everything you can. You're doing your own process. You're transforming into a beautiful butterfly or whatever's coming up out of it. Now, chrysalis, that could be several different things. It could be a butterfly. It could be a moth. It could be a couple other things too. But just keep in mind, however this turnout is going to be, is the vibrational frequency that you're holding. And if you're in this Empress state, this is you, Taurus, then you're doing things with good intention. You have protected that which is yours, both sides of it. You have protected your sense of self, your identity. You have protected what makes you you, what protects you. You have protected your morals, your values. You're looking towards the shield, but you're not holding it up. I don't know if you noticed this for this. 3 could be significant as well, but she's looking directly over towards the shield. You don't even need to actually activate it for it to work. So you are protected, and if you're doing things with good standing, or if you're doing things with good, what's the word? Integrity. Yeah, if you're doing things with integrity, then there's nothing to worry about. You don't want to have to act in self-defense. You don't even want to have to snap back at anybody or kind of give some sort of retort. You don't want to have to lay the law down or punish somebody. You have the means to do so. Whether or not you do that, it could be this King of Clubs that you're dealing with. They may be getting certain information, and then when you find out about the situation, you may be helping them. Prosperity. What can we get here? What else can we get? How are you doing, Taurus? Ooh. Okay, so this is pertaining to your gifts, or you have a key to something. This could be a safe. This could be unlocking a door. This could be your Akashic records too. There's some people that have been poking at you that want to know how you do certain things. Or maybe those are the same ones that are kind of questioning your motives or questioning the way you do things. There is a third-party interference here that wants to kind of almost gaslight. Get you believing in what you're doing is not good enough for you. Or that there's another way of doing it. That's the energy that I'm picking up here. They want an opening, or maybe they want the key to whatever lock or safe or something that you have protected. They want access to you in some sort of way, and you may not be willing to give that access to them. That could be very upsetting. That can make them feel like they're left out. That could have them in this 5 of Coins energy, feeling like they've been betrayed or left behind, or maybe like they're not good enough. That's not your problem. Okay, you're not here to nurse people that are grown adults. People that are grown adults should be able to manage themselves. They may not have been given the tools to do so. You can say whatever it is that you need to. You can help them or work with them or try to help them. But ultimately, when it comes down to it, you need to make sure your shit's done first, especially whatever this is that you need to finish up. If you need to give information or talk or resolve something with another person, then do so. Archways. That's almost like forgiveness. So that'd be I was. So that's trust, faith, companionship, forgiveness, movement, travel, transportation, sending, communication, energy, and partnership. That's EEH. It's a throat chakra and a heart chakra. Interesting. That's all I've seen here for the 2 of Coins, or the Page of Coins. Interesting, 2 of Coins. You could be juggling with how you forgive certain people or how you trust certain people. And you have all right to do that. Almost want to separate those 2 energies, 3 of Coins and the 5 of Coins. Don't let other people's lack of courage or lack of confidence within themselves bring you down. That's the information that I have for you right now. I'm not going to go any further on that. Past life oracle card. What's the patterns here? Ooh, all about the patterns. You could have somebody that's a little bit condescending, or somebody that kind of sees your way as like insignificant, or how could it possibly benefit anybody, because they haven't done their own work on themselves, and because they refuse to do that or take any accountability for their own bullshit. They're kind of projecting onto you like, pfft, like, how is your way any better? Or how could this possibly help you or the collective? It's a big pill for other people to swallow. They may not like it. Spirituality and religion. How you go about your daily life, how you handle your trials and tribulations, how you go within, how you believe, how you receive, how you use your information is nobody's fucking business. Can be if you want it to be. But how you've been doing it up to this very point is very important to you. And you've guarded that. You've guarded that very closely. I don't have judgment on you for this, even if other people may have judgment on you for it. That's not their business, Taurus. As long as you're not doing any harm to them, you're not hurting them to be malicious. You want to use your shield, you want to be able to maybe call judgment down on them or whatever, that's fine. You can choose to do that, but you don't have to. Ultimately, your trust in yourself, whether you're spiritual or religious, you may need to look into something to do with kidneys. Okay? This could be for medication, this could be for drinking, or maybe you just need to flush them out. Cranberry juice is good with that. Water is good with that. Careful with your sodium intake. Inspiration. Imprisonment or slavery. Other people may want to see you imprisoned or in some form of slavery because of the fact that they haven't done the work on themselves, or this is something you've come up out of. This is already a lesson that you've learned to prevent yourself from going through this again. For like the 5th, 6th round, or even the 3rd round. That could very well be 3rd round. Sometimes taking other people's karma on too. If you're going to be taking on theirs and helping them with their bullshit, this could be like a son, or this could be a daughter that you have to deal with as well. And when I say deal with, it's almost like the energy of you've tried to help them before and they didn't listen to you. They could be imprisoned or feel like they're in a sense of slavery or something like that to the matrix, to themselves, their own mind workings. If they haven't healed from certain traumas, you may feel responsible for that. You are in this Empress energy, loving and caring, but you also have to know that certain things that you can take accountability for that is fair, okay? Like maybe you didn't know better, you forgive yourself for that. And there's other things that you don't want to take on, because the minute you do so, you're also taking on other people's responsibility for the actions they took. So it's almost like taking on the burdens of other people that did harm to this other person. And when you do that, it could put yourself at jeopardy. It could put yourself at risk. So it's up to you if you want to take that on. What else for imprisonment or slavery? 2 of Clubs energy. You want to see both sides of it. You want to be fair. Putting your hands on your hips. That's also like, it almost looks like an eye. Like if you think of the body shape and both hands on either sides of the hips, it almost looks like an eye. Seeing over everything, seeing both sides of it, or seeing multiple sides of it. Even if other people, this could be multiple people with different backgrounds or different spirituality or religions, even if other people do not see it the way you see it, you're still doing your very best to be in a loving state of being. You're still doing your very best to be kind and fair to other people, even the ones that are trying to find that little opening or gateway. Maybe they say comments, or maybe they try to like poke at you or prod, and if they get a reaction, they try to like capture those keys of yours or try to steal something from you. It's not working from what I can see. You're still prosperous, you're still moving forward, you're still being able to balance certain things, you're still being able to hone in on your gifts, your skills, your abilities. You're still being able to create and grow, getting out of the sense of Onment, Avery. Could be last name Avery or first name. On men. On men. So what's placed? Maybe the karma that's placed on the masculine energy. If you've taken that on yourself, or maybe you feel partially responsible, or that's something they have to do on their own. That could be this King of Clubs. They need to be able to figure out and work this out for themselves. Or maybe you're going to help them with it. Okay, that's too many. Let's see. Oh, it's okay. Handwritten cards for Taurus. Distraction, yeah. Either in your everyday life or news. Distraction on the news, like media and stuff like that, is meant to distract from the elevation of frequency of the collective and confuse those unaware of the main goal to learn from the old cycles and break bad patterns, to grow and learn and move forward, which is what you're doing. That's your transformation. So this isn't just us, yourself, Taurus, or myself. This is a whole collective movement too. So when we get distracted or we get knocked off course or something like that, we have to course correct. We have to get back on track. We have to focus. Use that Empress energy, that Six of Cups energy. Stay away from distraction. That could be other people or certain information. Cardinal. You have the spiritual meaning and you have the physical 3D, 4D meaning here. Messages from spiritual realm, balance and endurance, devotion, self-confidence, maintain strength, positive connotations, so what you say, hope and renewal, connection to loved ones and source. There could be certain past loved ones that are watching over you. Whew. Let's get some wind flow. Yeah, and the cardinal meaning, this could be a religious standpoint too. It looks a lot like the scales. There is a crest, there is a shield on the front of it, and there's also knots, Celtic knots, nets, scale, hat, sacral, and root chakra. Not the best drawing of a cardinal, but that could be the self-criticism that I'm picking up as well. I do that myself, not one to judge, but if you're harsh on yourself, go easy on yourself. Your body is a combination lock. There's those keys too. A lock to your body, a lock to your mind, your soul. Your body is a combination lock. The divine is... combination lock to the divine. So treat it as a temple. Reconnect and trust a sublime, healed mind. So the more you heal yourself, the easier this gets. The more you heal from your traumas, the easier this gets. The more you heal yourself, the more you understand other people, and the less distracted you get. The more you heal yourself, the easier it is to share certain information or even help other people or avoid other people as well that are trying to bring you down. The more you heal yourself, the easier it is to stand in your own energy with your gifts, your talents, and your abilities. That which makes you you. The more you heal yourself, the easier it is to collaborate with other people that are like-minded and grow what it is that you've planted. That's a nice energy. I like that energy. Revelation. Ooh, this is in handwriting. If they abandoned themselves and they abandoned you, then don't feel bad for walking away. There's those healthy boundaries. Very important. Got some runes, Elder Firthart. These are Viking runes. If you're into the Viking runes, you could do your research. Very interesting. They have multiple meanings, okay? And they're meant for healing. They're meant to be used as communication. They're meant to be used for self in self-journey. Not against other people. You can, but there's karma with that. You don't want to inflict harm on another person. Maybe you want to inflict healing on another person. That's a whole other video in itself. Redo. Okay, movement, journey, surrender. This one here kind of looks like an R. And then we have moon energy, blank room. Now I wrote these on cedar balls. You can use stone. It's a lot, unless you have like something to carve it into, a little bit more difficult. We have Thrasia. All right, that could be a gateway. There's that key energy, TH. Crown chakra, heart chakra. These are things you want to activate, or maybe you're already currently standing in. Also reminds me of putting one foot on top of another knee. And then we have mana, support, relationships, social order. Like I said, there's multiple meanings. You can look it up and find out more for yourself. Please do. It's always nice to do research on things, because you never know what you're going to find, right? What else can we get here? Island Time Wellness cards for Taurus. Your spirituality and religion could be your cups, your form of cups too. Something's going to develop by May, quite possibly around your birthday. Use copper for grounding if you need to. You'll notice the change in the color. Something to do with bloodline too. That went out. That came out and went back in. So you could be sneaking little looks at past photos that you have. There could be something worth of value. Take a look at the stuff that you do have. That could be possessions. Look at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, making new memories. You can miss people, but don't get stuck in that energy, okay? If people need your help, that's great and everything. Make sure you're good first. Could be a son that's struggling with his own things. That could be the King of Cups here too. Take it as it resonates. Don't force it to fit. Palm tree, stability, security, performance, growth, endurance, and flexibility. Your ability to be flexible, not just with other people, but your own time, your own hobbies, your own healing journey. You've really freaking managed this. Like, I admire you. Your own spirituality too, the time you take out for yourself. You have mastered the ability to put certain time frames on everything. It's like, I'm going to give 10 minutes to this. I'm going to give 5 minutes to this. I'm going to give 30 minutes to this. What would that be? Your organizational skills for your own life, almost when it comes to being a mother, that Empress energy too. You've really mastered that part of it. And kudos to you for doing that, because that's not always easy. Some people really struggle with that, right? I think that's what gains you your stability too. Your ability to perform. Maybe in front of people that you dislike, you're still able to be kind and nice to them, which is kind of like putting on a mask. But it's also being respectful too. Like, you don't want to destroy somebody just because you may not fully understand them or get them. But again, the more you heal, the more you can understand people, and the less chaos and conflict. So the more empathy you have for another person. And then the less likely you are to like really judge them harshly just on the surface level without fully understanding and comprehending it yourself through your own shadow work. It's really good. That could be the sun energy too. They could be reflecting certain things that you needed to heal and grow from. It could be the person that you're working and dealing with. Receiving what you need, progression arriving, moving on, and closure of issues, which is great. That's a good energy. Very good energy. You want to be able to leave certain things that you don't need behind. When you're on a boat, what do you take with you? You take your rations. You take what you need. You take what is necessary for the trip. If the trip's just part-time or what do I want to call it? Not permanent. If you're just going on a bit of a travel or something, you only take what you need with you. Okay, so if you're going on your journey, and let's say you have a whole bloodline history and everything, and you've healed from certain things, you take what you need with you. Your information, your brain holds a lot of stuff. And that's part of your keys as well. It's like opening different doors at different times. And right in front of me, I'm looking, there is like a building, and it's got a busted ass window open, but they've got plastic over top of it and a shit ton of the silver duct tape stuff. So there could be other people trying to mask whatever it is that's broken. There could be other people trying to fix certain damages that have been done for their own